Hi everyone and welcome to another recipe video, and today we're making matcha creme brulee. It's super simple, honestly, you will be making it all the time once you know, and it does just use egg yolks, but don't throw away the egg whites. They make delicious scrambled egg whites with lots of cheese, yum, or you can use them in other recipes like meringues, pavlova. So when I get to that part I'll put a little recipe recommendation when I'm separating the eggs. But for now let's get on with the matcha creme brulee, and I have one here. And take a look at that camera and have a listen. Creme brulee ASMR. So creme brulee is made in two stages. You're going to make the custard bit first, and then you need to torch the sugar on top to make it caramel. So let's go to the kitchen now and see how it's done. First things first, we're going to preheat our oven, but only to 150 degrees C this time. We're not baking a cake, we're going to be gently setting a custard. Of course, as with any type of custard, we're going to need some egg yolks, and in this case we're going to need 6, which means we have to go through the laborious process of separating 6 eggs. So to do that, first you need to crack an egg open, and some people go straight in with their hands, but I like to toss the egg yolk from shell to shell, like so. Also trying to get that stringy glaze of it out. Oh, there is a blood spot in here too, I'll get rid of that too. Try not to break the egg yolk as I have done here, but that's okay because I'm actually going to use these for meringues. And you keep doing this, and we need 6 of those. Obviously, if you intend to make meringues out of your leftover egg white, do be careful not to get any egg yolk in, but as I don't plan on making any meringues this time round, I don't really mind. But I am going to save these egg whites because they are full of nutrition, plenty of protein. So what I do is I label up some bags like this, some freezer bags. I just pop them in 2 by 2 so I know exactly how much I have. And I just make scrambled eggs or egg white omelettes. Great after a workout. I'm going to get rid of this for the second. Now here I've got a tablespoonful of matcha, and to that I'm going to whisk in 50 milliliters of hot water. Whoops, that's matcha overboard. And that's good to go. Let's set that aside and let's clean up our mess. Onto the cream, so let's go to the stove. On a medium heat, we're going to heat up 450 milliliters of double cream until it's steaming. Not boiling, not simmering, steaming. We don't want it too hot. We don't want to scramble our eggs. And to that, I'm going to add our matcha mixture. I'm using my little spatula here because I want to get as much of that matcha in as possible. Nice. Give it a stir. Right, so keep a close eye on it. Remember, we don't want it bubbling, we want it just steaming. Now we're going to go back to the eggs over there. To them I'm going to add a teaspoonful of vanilla bean paste. Ooh, I'm running low, better buy some more. A heaped teaspoonful. And now, working quite quickly, I'm going to whisk in, how much sugar? 100 grams of caster sugar. Alright. And by now your cream should be steaming, so very quickly dump the whole thing in and whisk like the devil. Whisk, whisk, whisk. Now what I've done is I've let it sit just for a minute or two for the foam to rise up to the top, because we don't want a mousse, remember, we want a smooth and dense cream. So what we actually want to do is skim the foam. And this is me being really lazy, to be honest, because once we do this, this means we don't have to strain it, because remember, we got rid of the stringy bit, we got rid of the glazer of the egg, and once we get rid of this foam, we're basically plain sailing. Alright, that's about done. You know what? I am actually going to make a 5th ramekin out of this, we'll see what happens. Now all that's left to do is to divide them between the ramekins and bake them. Well, I say that's all that's left to do, but of course then we have to cool it down and make the caramel, so that's actually not all that's left to do. Ignore what I just said. I'm going to do my quick reject one. Remember all the foam I gathered? I am actually going to try and cook that too, because why not? It's going to be very odd. Ooh. I don't know what's going to happen to that one, I've never tried that before. So now I've got my 4 creme brulees and my foamy rejects. I'm not too hateful about this one, to be honest, but we'll see what happens. And now we are going to half fill the tray with some boiling water, and this creates a nice water bath to gently bake those creams so it's really smooth and dense. So fill it to about halfway up the pan. And careful not to touch the pan at this point because the pan's going to be hot. And now we're going to bake these for 15 to 20 minutes or until they're just set and jiggly, so I'll see you then. Future Tash here, it was actually more like 20 to 25 minutes. Right, so we've done 20 minutes in total, and now we're going to transfer these, whoops, carefully onto a cooling rack. Now we're just going to let them cool down completely and then chill them overnight. So here's our reject, not looking so hot, but that is to be expected. Now we just let that cool down to room temperature and then we'll put it in the fridge overnight, or for 4 hours if you don't want to wait overnight. And here we have our nice chilled set creme brulees, beautiful. And our not so beautiful one here with the foam. As you can see, after a few hours of refrigeration they are completely set, which is lovely. And just before we put the sugar on top of this, let me dig into this one and see what's going on here. Let's have a look, shall we? Well, it's very creamy. There's not much of it because it was mostly bubbles, but yeah. Nice creamy creme brulee, but not very good for presentation, so let's continue with the others. For each of these, I'm going to put just 1 teaspoonful of caster sugar. Make sure you get it nice and evenly over, like this. Not too thick. And then either using a cook's blowtorch or popping it under the grill, you're going to caramelise that sugar. Not going to lie, this is a lot of fun. This is definitely my favourite part of making a creme brulee. If you're using the blowtorch, be careful not to point it in one direction for too long. Remember, the caramel's hot and it will continue to cook even for a few seconds after you point it away, so you don't want to burn the caramel. Now let's see that in slow motion. It takes a little while to get going, but once the caramel does start forming, it does go a little bit faster. And that is it. We have some lovely creme brulees. Now let's dig in. Oh, that is gorgeous. Look at the cream. That is so silky. Yum. Silky smooth. Cheers. I don't know what else to say other than give me more. Oh, this was fun. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video and I hope you will join me next Wednesday for my next one. Get the full recipe on my blog tashcakes.com and give me a little follow on Instagram. I am tashcakes.tastes. Subscribe and hit the notification bell if you'd like to see more. Give this video a like if you liked it to help other people find it because algorithm. Comment down below if you'd like me to make anything in particular. I'm always open to suggestions and I'll see you guys later. Be good, be nice and have a good week. I like matcha so very much.